Field is set. We're ready for action. Very even betting contest. They're off. Extra Secret, probably amongst the last of them actually into stride, and Heavenly Waters flew the gates, and so the filly bound straight to the lead from Storm Commander, and Ain't No Other Man coming across. Corn Cob lobbed prominently on the outside of Valency, then followed further back in the field Forever Dreaming. Over on the inside, Extra Secret. Ace Fire drops out. Probity had lost touch with the field and is back there a conspicuous last and having to be heeled along. Coming along the side though, the filly Heavenly Waters shows the way from Ain't No Other Man, going up running second, a length and a half. Valency beautifully placed over on the inside in advance of Storm Commander. 2 lengths Extra Secret, Corn Cob. Further back then Forever Dreaming. Probity picking up some ground now at the 450 as Ace Fire drops towards the tail end of the field. Heavenly Waters swings into the home straight. 350 to go, headed though by Ain't No Other Man. The run comes for Valency. Back there clear of Extra Secret, Storm Commander, Corn Cob, Forever Dreaming right down the outside, runs on as well. 150 to go now, and Extra Secret gets up. Probity working its way through congestion. Here's Probity. Look at Probity darting through. Probity sprints through after being tailed off, and Probity with an impressive win. Probity scored from maybe Forever Dreaming in front of Extra Secret. Photo for second and third. In behind them, next of all, Corn Cob, Storm Commander, Ain't No Other Man. Valency didn't come on at all. Ace Fire behind those, and a long last behind them, the speedy Heavenly Waters capitulating to finish tailed off. Gee, good win, Probity. Very good win. Warwick was urging this demerit 3-year-old along back there, a clear last. Couldn't go with them early. Probity was back conspicuously at the rear of the field. Had one behind it on straightening for home, but Warwick taking the shortest passage through, got the runs, and Probity has given Lucy Warwick the second leg of a riding double, training double today for Dan and Ben Pearce as well, and that is a really sharp win by demerit from the O'Reilly Mero Katie for Danelle Pearce, D, J Brown and Oakland Park. Lucy Warwick aboard, scoring from number 9. Forever Dreaming first up, prepared by Colin Webster. Troy Turner in the saddle, a Snippet Sun filly from Absolute Cracker. And Extra Secret third, trained by Adam Durant for Peters Investments by I Am Invincible from Highly Secret and ridden by Clint Johnston Porter. Back fourth was Corn Cob. A handy effort first up there, but gee, Valency hasn't done a thing at all. She was in on the rails there, but never let down there, showed no dash. 1:14.20 is the time, and 37.51 the concluding 600. All honours with the winner Probity, who goes back-to-back this campaign, 3 out of 11 now, and a length and a quarter by a head. Those margins after the running of race 8. So 11 runs, 3 wins, 5 placings, and that's really good after being back there. Not only last, but a clear last, and really putting them away emphatically late. The Mum Champagne Handicap over 1,000 metres. Race 9 comes next at 10 after 4, and there are no changes there. Well, there was a periscope required by Lucy Warwick to find where the leader was at one stage early on in the race, Luce, but all's well that ended well.
What a win that was, Darren. Probity out the back and by some way as well, as you mentioned. I've got Ben Pearce here. Ben, what were you thinking when you saw Probity, well, pretty much tailed off?
Yeah, I was at the 300, 400. I was going, what the hell has happened here? But yeah, huge win. Yeah, got that gap and burst through and won comfortably in the end.
When they did round for home and all of a sudden there's a wall in front of Lucy and you're thinking, well, whereabouts is she going to be able to get that run? Did you think that Probity at that stage had found enough momentum that if a gap did come that it would be able to burst through like that?
No, definitely not. Sort of coming into the home straight, I thought, I'll just get around him, just peel him out and get around him. And when she poked up the inside, I was cursing Lucy, and but it turns out she made the right decision.
It's 2 wins at 1,200 metres this campaign, first up and second up. From what we saw in the early part of the race, do you step to a 1,400?
Quite possibly. He lacked that early speed, so yeah, that's probably going to be the way to go. I mean, he's been a funny horse along the way. Early on, he showed a lot of ability, some good form lines around Bazoom. Those those sort of horses. And the last prep, he just didn't come back himself. And he's one of Chloe's favourites at home. She's done a lot of work on him, so she'll be excited. But yeah, this time in, he's just come back looking magnificent. He's got that dark coat back on him, and yeah, he's going well.
Yeah, you can see that really rich sort of dark coat. Chloe will be happy then because she rides Black Fantasy too, doesn't she?
Yeah, she rides him a bit along with Liv, one of the other girls, so they share that one. But yeah, Chloe does most of the work on this one, and she was spewing she couldn't come today because she had a kid's birthday party. So yeah, but she would have liked to be here.
Not the kids' birthday parties. What about Don't Fuss? It's been a long time between drinks, but what are your expectations in the next?
It's a cheeky chance. Like he showed a little hope, glimmer of hope last start. He didn't get beat too far. So yeah, he's a chance.
What about reflecting on the season that has been for Pierce Racing? Are there a few highlights that stand out?
We had an aim at the start of the season to get to 50 winners, and we achieved that on Thursday, so we were really happy with that. Credit to all the staff at home, like they've done a great job, and we've got a really good crew. So, but yeah, Black Fantasy, I think he's probably the highlight of the season. Just what a prep he's had.
Let's make it 60 next season. Well done.
Thanks.
There is Ben Pierce. Over to Lucy Warwick.
Well, Lucy Warwick, how many different stages of that race do you think? What's going on here?
Many times, yeah. I was unsure of whether to pull him up. He felt sound, but he couldn't go and he wouldn't keep up. And I thought I'll get into him for like another 100 and make sure, and then he switched back on, thankfully.
And halfway up the straight too, not a lot of gap to work with, ducking and weaving, but he certainly burst through lovely late.
Yeah, as I said, when he wasn't travelling, I thought, well, why go around if you're off the bridle? And then I'm getting held up, and I thought, why did you not go around? And thankfully, he just had like a really exciting turn of foot, and he was able to wait. And once he sprinted through, he even pulled up after. So thankfully, he got me out of trouble.
And we've talked to a lot of jockeys today about reviewing their own seasons, but what more so for you does next season look like now that you've got your dual licence?
Hopefully, Brandon and I can get maybe a few more talented horses in the stable. We're just playing with like 2 or 3 at the moment, but just happy to keep going along, and it's interesting and learning new things all the time, and it's much easier to just ride than train. So hopefully when Brandon gets his licence, I can push them over to him.
Congratulations, Lucy, and best of luck in the next 12 months.
Thank you.
There is Lucy Warwick, who of course has her dual licence. Looking forward to what her and Brandon are able to do in the season of 22-23. But it is Probity who takes out race number 8. 2 more to come here from Belmont.